Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. And good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Ankit Kumar, and they are my teammates, Ankesh Kumar and Silpi Barmadoy. Last semester, one student in our campus, he lost his laptop worth rupees 80,000. He searched for 3 and more days through WhatsApp groups and notice board, but he did not find it. The problem was not loss. The problem was there is lack of a smart recovery system. That's why we built Trashbook, an AI powered lost and found platform. The problem is not loss. The problem is there was no centralized system and very hard to identify owners. Trashbook allows students to upload lost and found items, images, and our AI matches images and text similarity to find items. Now you can see the how Trashbook works. Secure login and something you can go through it, and some key features also. And Trashbook have some features like AI text matching, image similarity, sending messages, and searching options. If you recover your items, you can delete your own post. Now, this kind of interface will happen when you download the app. Now, there are technologies we used during making the app. And this one is future enhanced. We will try to improve some features in future. Now I'll show you how it works. I'm giving you a demo. Good. First of all, you have to download it, the app. First of all, you have to download it, the app. After that, you have to sign in with your identity. You have to put your email. And after that, after signing, some interface will appear. Dot dot dot. Yeah, like that. This kind of interface will appear, and you can see the dashboard. There are lots of options in left side. Waiting for ad. Yeah, there is lots of option here. The first option is dashboard. You can go through the report lost item, report found items, search database, AI matches. I'll explain one by one everything. The first one is lost report item. You have to write your item name. In description, you have to give description about your lost items, and after that you have to give location where you lost your item, and after that you have to upload it the image of lost item. Yeah, like that, and you have to submit it. Yeah, after submitting you can see your view items where you report your items. You can see on view lost and found items. You can see your item list. After that, report found items. You have to do same thing with found items. If you found something, you can report here. If you lost your item and you want to see whole lost item list, just you have to go view lost item and you can see the whole list. Just like that, when you go view found items, you can see the whole list of found items. How many peoples and how many peoples are found, how many things. And after that, searching if let's suppose 500 people are posting lost items and 500 people posting found items, but it is very difficult to search your items. That's why we put a option of searching option. You can search and find your items. Let's see the demo. You get the result. If you search another things, you can search mobile search. Let's suppose we search mobile. Yeah, we search mobile. You can get your result. After that, messages, sending messages option. Here is click message. Here, if you find your items, you can message that user. It is my. And how can you message that? Go into view items, view lost items or report as anyone, and just up. You can see the message owner. Click on message owner. You have to click message owner option. Yeah. After that, you will appear here message inbox, and you can message that user. Oh, it is my item. You have to give it back. And other person, if you find something and other person have want to message you, yeah, this is my, and they can also message you. And AI image matches, one more and very advanced features, AI matches. If you have trouble to find your items, then you can use AI matches. If you click on AI matches option, the AI matches the products with accurate percentage. Not show all your items, just show the items matching with percent, 63%, 100%, 80%, everything like that. And in last, Tracebook converts very frustrating losing items in very smart recovery way. And you have any question, you can ask us, we will try to give you answer. Thank you.
So where is AI in your project? You didn't explain about AI.
Yeah, I explained, sir. AI matches option is there, na?
Yeah, how is that working?
Yeah, you have to click in on that option. If you post something, AI will match. If your item will match anything, just you have to click on
how
AI
did
matches.
it do the matching? From where?
No,
from which database it is matching?
Just sir, AI matches the options. Like if you lost, if you report in lost item, then AI matches your items with others found items.
So if it is AI, how did you train your AI then? Your AI model?
Sir,
that can be done in a normal, traditional way. So how did you use AI in that case?
Sir, we will use OpenCV for image matching and Stream LIT and Firebase, such type of thing for data store and text matching.
Or you are simply using matching, image matching,
yes,
not
yes.
AI. It is not AI.
No, it's AI matches image on the basis of using image similarity and text comparison after that.
Image similarity
Yeah,
is
if
not
you
AI.
AI will do that work, no, sir.
Okay, suppose I lost my phone.
Yes, sir.
Someone found, I have uploaded, okay. Someone found my phone, they uploaded. The image is going to be completely different.
Yes, sir, that's why if you lost your phone and you post it by another phone, you post picture, click it by another phone. And if somebody found your phone, he posted picture from another phone and another location. That's why AI show you with percentage, No,
So
that
what is AI doing? Okay, can you explain what is AI doing for the matching purpose?
AI tells that you're lost at some match with that found items with 60%. If it is you're looking at, you can talk
No,
with
that is
them.
the result, the process.
After that, after seeing the percentage, you can judge. No, okay, oh, it's my. You can check and you can talk with that user who posted that.
So the thing is, you cannot just compare two images. Okay, in that image, when I take the image, maybe the size of that phone is very small, but my other friend is taking fully all the whole image. The whole image is
Yes,
representing the phone. No?
yeah,
So what should be done there?
no, sir.
Object detection should be done. No?
Yes, sir. We can. Sir, we will do in future more advanced features we will add, but now time we will think about that. Maybe it's difficult. No, that's why nobody get confused about that. That we will set the percentage option and we will change the features on the basis of reviews and ratings and requirements.
Even for AI, there are APIs that you can use. But what I see from your presentation is there is no AI involved. You are just matching two images, comparing images.
No,
So to match that it is found, they have to exactly match. The image should be matching. Otherwise, it will not match.
no, not it's not same image required. You can see this charger is from different phones. The charger is clicked by different phones and different location. And another charger was same but different position, different location. AI show you 63% will match. And we will. I understand, sir, what you want to say. We will definitely try in future to implement such type of features.
Okay, which API you are using for matching? OpenCV?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How do you prevent false claims? A person may say that this is mine, but whereas it is not theirs. So is there any verification process before returning the items to them?
Ma'am, actually, now time if somebody says it's mine, just you can message them, but it is completely yours. It depends on the conversation because nowadays it is not any verification. We will try to involve verification system. Just think you have to post something, then that means we observe that you are owner of that. If you say it's mine, that means we observed it is really yours.
Okay. So there has to be some mode of verification because you can also have false claim.
Ma'am, verification. First of all, you have to signing with identity, email ID, and completive verification process is there is a message option. You can talk with message, but digitally verification system is now unable on that app.
Okay then.
Okay. On a business perspective, so what is your revenue model? How are you going to earn from this?
What's that?
How are you going to earn from this? What your revenue model?
When I will post this app on Play Store, then we can interact in ad system or something more features with premium models like that.
No, I mean, how are you going to earn money from this? How are you going to make money from this?
Ad, I can run ad in my app, no?
Ads. Okay, okay. So to add on ma'am's question, so suppose I need a charger. I know, and someone found a charger over there. It's not mine.
Yeah.
And then I know that my friend here has the exact same charger.
Yeah.
So I need that charger too. Okay. So I just take the picture of his charger and post it as lost. So it's going to have a match, right? Because it's the same model, the same specification, everything. So what's going to stop me from stealing that charger that someone posted?
So maybe it happen somebody will post their friend's charger, but I think maybe it's a bad thing or good thing. If I lost something and my friends have same thing, That is good. It's a good thing because I can post their items to find my own item, but I can misuse also. But now AI matches only two images. It doesn't depend on owners who will post, who owners post it's on or not.
Okay, so basically I can steal anything from your platform.
Okay, what?
So yeah, false claim, false claim. I can false claim anything.
Can I start? Good morning, sir. First of all, very sorry that my teammates could not come because there is synopsis going on in our department. So they are busy in that. First of all, this is Kumar Sumit from Department of Library and Information Science. And my topic is semantic OPAC. So, first of all, as Dr. Ranganathan, the father of library science, told that every book should have its reader and every reader must have his or her book. So what happens when you open the OPAC? Let me show you one thing. Like I have opened the Mizoram University web OPAC and I'm a non-Mizo, I'm not knowing the traditional language or something. So I am searching about Mizo religion. No results found. So is there no text about Mizo religion? Actually there is. It's called Mizo Sakhwa. This is the book, Mizo Sakhwa. We can see the detail. Team LIS. LIS. Okay, so we can continue that. Now we can see the data of this book. It is written, language is English. So this book is written in English, but the title is Mizo Sakhwa, of which the user may not be aware of. So what happens? For that, there is a vocabulary mismatch. What happens in OPACs is that you have to know the exact key terms so that we can search it. If you don't know the keywords, you will not know it. There are a lot of traditional knowledge about medicine, about agriculture that is preserved in our texts, but it is not exposed to the users. Think of the researchers, think of the local man, but they are not used to this knowledge. Why? Because of a small hindrance, that is of keyword matching, vocabulary mismatch. Now let's see how we are doing it. Okay, sir. The problem is, in the traditional OPAC search, there is word-to-word searching. If you type religion, but the book says Sakwa, nothing will come up, even if it means the same thing. Again, the knowledge resources are available, yet due to the unawareness of the exact keyword, it remains largely undiscovered. Again, scholars miss relevant books simply because the catalog cannot bridge the gap between English queries and Mizo titles. And if you are also searching for concept-based, it will not be reflected. This example I just showed you in the Mizoram OPAC live demonstration. Then next, what is the solution? MizBERT, it's a BERT-based language model trained to understand the Mizo language. It can match the idea behind your search and not the words itself. So it understands synonyms, bilingual awareness, semantic similarity, and it finds the invisible, that is largely invisible to the users. How it is done? First of all, you type a query, it detects the language and MizBERT understands it and the book surfaces. Let me show you some prototype demonstration. First example, like we had searched Mizo religion there. Now we have searched it again. Traditional OPAC, we could find 0 results, but here we can find Mizo Sakwa and other results that are relevant, not directly, but conceptually. So a user, if he is knowing the concept he wants to read, suppose that you want to read a book someday about something, about traditional Mizo agricultural practices, you have to know the exact keyword. So how do you search it? You can search in this prototype and then you can find the book, all that are conceptually related. Second search, community solidarity. Third one is Christian theology, and it is English and Mizo. Sometimes what happens, the exact terms with exact spelling, you may not know. And with English merging, it can be done. This is another one prototype demonstration example. What are the findings? First, we searched Mizo religion. It mapped it to Sakwa. I already explained it. Then is Second query, what happened? It detected the multilingual structure and linked the theological and societal context and retrieved church, theology, and social studies texts. It connected religion with Mizo society. How it is conceptually connected. Again, in third query and fourth query, we can see the same thing. Like Zalena, it means freedom. When we do the searching, and even if we don't know the same word, the retrieval will be about that subject or that knowledge. Again, why this matters? Mizo is a living language with a rich oral and written tradition. This system ensures that Mizo language books are discoverable, not buried under the English-only catalogs. Students and faculty at Mizoram University now search in their own language and find resources that were previously hidden in plain sight. It shows that AI can be applied specifically to regional Indian language, a model that other Northeast Indian universities can adopt. And an English speaker saying religion and a Mizo speaker searching Sakwa now get the same relevant results. And the one more thing is that we are not replacing anything. We are just putting it as an extension add-on. So you are getting your keywords, but extra what you are getting is this. Okay, sir. This was my presentation. Thank you.
What is the full form of BERT?
Bidirectional encoded representation through transformer.
Okay, so you are talking about Miss BERT. Do you know the author of that
Rob
Miss BERT?
Changte. Rob Changte.
Robert
Changte.
Yeah. So he's from NIT Mizoram. He's a PhD scholar. Do you know him? Did you contact him regarding this?
I have thought of contacting him. So it's an idea in progress. I have just presented the synopsis. So I will have to contact him so that we can train this model if it goes further for our Mizoram University library. If it goes further.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team Kanyarasi. I am team lead Yeshwantera along with Ajay Babu, our technical lead, and Arun, our clinical lead. India is facing a silent crisis. Over 200 million people are suffering with stress, burnout, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Yet, less than 10% receive the care. It's not just the service problem. It's the system that broken completely between the patient and the clinical advisors. When a person is in pain, support is fragmented, therapy is expensive, access is delayed, trust is missing. There is no intelligent layer between these systems. That's where Manosetu comes in, a AI-powered mental wellness platform. Here is the data. Around 1 in 5 suffering with mental conditions. Even it's in students, professionals, and individual users. Here comes our Manas, AI Wellness Companion. It works with the PHQ and other assessments from the user, and it personalizes individually and uses regional languages and emotional wellness. And it is anonymous and stigma free. Lot of users or lot of individuals get stigma when to tell them about their mental wellness. They will suffer alone, and when that introvertness comes, Manas can help them individually, and when it takes PHQ and GAD, General Anxiety Depression Assessment, when the assessment is above the critical level, Manas provides therapy access, or even it can give crisis help through the national mental health helplines. It's for students, it's built for students, corporates, and individuals. This is the market size of mental health growing rapidly. Why right now? After COVID, many people are aware of health and wellness, and everyone is getting educated about mental wellness. Even our government is supporting mental wellness. In recent financial year, they have dedicated certain amount for mental wellness and research. And many Gen Zs are feeling alone and trapping in the AI platforms with ChatGPT and other platforms in romantic relationships and sharing their personal information. It can lead to their data leaks when these large language models train those personal information. This is a rough pricing we have kept for university, corporates and individuals. Thank you. We will show our front-end app structure. So we are training our model, but we have designed our front-end part. We will show the demo. We are giving our name, then it's asked how you are feeling. Then what you need from Manosetu, why you are using the platform, what you want to improve from your wellness individual. I am selecting these. So our AI will note these mood regulations, and this is our Manas AI companion, and it suggests you based on clinical data and companion and emotional signals. It will personalize based on your assessment with 7 days, 10 days and 14 days plan. And you have breathing techniques to reduce your stress and anxiety with dedicated timers with micro and normal and about 10 minutes. You have sleep stories and sleeping music, and you have journaling, and within the platform you can connect with the therapist. We have a dedicated community for Manosetu where we will motivate and encourage emotional wellness through our community, where if the individuals want to know about mental wellness, our dedicated clinical advisors will take sessions, and you can share your personal experiences of your wellness and mental health. We have dedicated analytics and insights. This is the HR dashboard for corporates. With privacy, you can delete your data and you can connect variables to improve your data. Thank you.
So who is the main contributor of this project, of this work? Okay.
Me and technical.
Okay. So you are training a model, right? So which model is being used?
Llama, sir. Llama. Pre-trained model, we are just fine-tuning it with the specific data.
Are you using a pre-trained model,
Yes.
or from the scratch you are training a model?
No, not from scratch, sir.
Okay. So what is the data set used for this? What is the size of the data set?
Size, like,
From where did you get the data set?
Currently, we are using data sets which are found in online and Hugging Face,
Hugging
publicly
Face.
available data sets.
What is the corpus size?
Not yet decided, sir.
Hmm?
Didn't understand, sir. Hmm. It's a sensitive data. We are not getting.
You said you are training.
We are training.
You
with,
need a data for training.
Yeah, we are using only Hugging Face
Yes.
data sets.
What is the size of the corpus? Your data set.
Presently, we are not training, sir. Like
You are not training.
small mistake. Like we are just doing the gathering of data set and everything. Like we are selecting the
So
best
you are
model.
not doing the
Yeah, not a
training
train,
part,
sir.
but you
Not a
claim that you were training.
No, that
Initially.
mistake.
Okay, how did you design? Which technology is used for designing the UI and the back end?
So for front end, we use this React,
React, okay.
and for back end, Django, and for database, MongoDB we used, and for this AI, we are like training our own model, like fine tuning.
Okay.
Are you using the AI for emotion detection?
Yes, ma'am. I'm using like Indic, but for Indian languages.
Okay. How
As
do
a
you
classifier.
ensure that your responses are safe and appropriate for the users?
Like we have a strict safeguard guardrails. Like there will be strict prompt engineering, and some safety check will be done before the response is given by the AI.
By whom?
That will be like pre-designed framework, ma'am.
Okay. Supposing a student is having a suicidal thoughts. So what could be what response would you give?
If a student is having academic pressure or suicidal thoughts, when first Manas will guide him clinically and assess him. When
How?
it takes with
That
the assessment
assessment-
of GAD and PHQ.
My name is Arun. It's basically works on two structured clinical tests. Like it is like available in everywhere, and we are using the both for like assessing based on one is GAD, general anxiety disorder, and one is PHQ, patient health questionnaires. It's basically works on these two has 9 questionnaires. We ask the clients like how you're feeling, like how many days it's been continuing, like how the feeling. So it's based on 9 questions. We form a result. Based on the results, mild, moderate, severity. In that results, we provide guidance to like if a person is affordable to take counseling. So we suggest the counselors or therapists. Otherwise, we guide them based on like educate about their situation, creating insight. It's the main key role.
Okay. then.
Crisis help button within the app to contact national helpline members like Telemanas, Nimans for free support.
Okay, one question. Based on your presentation, suppose I want a digital companion. I'm feeling really right now. So what do you think about the sign up process? So what I want to add is like if I was me and that app, I would quit straight away because there's so much thing to do before you can chat with the AI thing. So do you think there's any part to improve in that stage?
Yeah, currently we are trying to remove the authentication process. Just you can use it as give a guest login type. Just enter your name and AI will remember based on that name. And if you want to quit the app, you have the option to delete your data.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me continue the question. You said that AI will remember the person, right? How will AI remember?
It's based on the emotions the user is having, it
No,
will
I'm talking about remembering the person. How will
by
you
name
implement
only.
that?
When user gives a nickname, if I am the user,
Technically.
At least like the user should spend a span of 7 days for the personalization.
Are you going to store that user in the phone offline or online?
online. Currently, we are
Okay, so for remembering the person, what is to be done technically? If you are going to implement, how will you implement it? Any idea? Okay.
That we have to sort it.
less technical.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are delighted to present our our project that is Merit AI. Uh, Merit AI is an AI-powered mock test generator designed to provide free and high-quality practice tests for competitive exams. In today's world, many coaching institutes charges a lot of money, as well as uh, those that provide free mock tests are not well structured, as well as they don't provide high quality questions. So Merit AI aims to solve this problem by generating systematic exam level mock tests using artificial intelligence. It creates questions dynamically based on users' performance in previous tests. The problem statements are most coaching institute charges high fees, as I mentioned before, and many online platforms also require paid subscriptions. And free mock tests available online are not often well structured, and they don't provide a full length test similar to real competitive exams. And there is a limited number of quality questions in free platforms. So our solution are number one, to provide free mock tests for all users. Second, offers a well-structured mock test environment. The third is conducts full-length tests similar to real competitive exams and generate a large number of high-quality questions. And it also provides personalized feedback and performance analysis. Some of the system features are user registration and login, AI-based mock test generation, adaptive difficulty level, full-length mock test, and real-time timer, instant result generation, and performance analysis and personalized recommendation user-friendly interface. So I would like to present the demo. So this is the system interface. So there are, as of now, we have around 12 mock tests, and we would like to implement as much as we can in the future. So when you want to do any test, say CUET using. So let's say we want to give a mock test for CUET UZ. So you select according to the exams that you prefer, the subject that you prefer. Say I select this, and then it will display questions. So it will display all the it will analyze all the tests according to what I have done, and it will display the weak topics as well as the strong topics. And in review answer, sorry that we have reached the API quota. That's all. Gemini 2.5 Plus. We fetch questions from PYQs and we convert it into JSON form.
Okay. So what do you mean by quality questions?
Excuse me, sir.
In your presentation, you are mentioning that questions are not quality in the third or fourth slides. What do you mean by quality questions?
By using AI, the AI just generate questions that is so simple, such as like that is not quality, the exam level quality. So when we use some of the AIs, they just generate questions that is not that is not up to the exam level questions.
That means AI generated questions are not quality. Is that what you mean? You mean to say?
Not at all, but most of the questions that it
Then
generates.
why would we use AI then?
We use AI to analyze the difficulty level as well as to give the solutions, best solutions.
Okay.
What makes your system different from other platforms? Like we have Byju's, we have an academy for JE, NEET. So what makes your system different?
Yes, I mentioned before, ma'am. Those coaching institute doesn't provide a free mock test. They charge they charge money. So and it is not possible for each and every people like the middle low income families as well as many people who would like to give just one or two try mock tests. So it's not possible for them to buy the whole course.
Okay, but yeah. Does your AI analyze weak areas of a subject?
Yes,
And can it also suggest the personalized test?
Yes, ma'am.
Then last question, how do you ensure the question quality?
We will we are fetching questions from the previous year questions. We fetch as much as we can, and when our system works in such a way that at first test it generates only the easy question from each topic, and in case if it doesn't found the easy question from that topic, then the AI will generate the questions and add to the that previous year questions, existing previous year questions.
Okay. Which model are you using? Which AI model are you using?
Gemini 2.5 plus.
Can you explain about the tech stack you are using to implement this application?
Pardon, sir?
The tech stack. The tech stack.
For the front end, we use React and JavaScript, and then for the backend, we use Python, and for the framework, we use REST Fast API.
Why did you use Python? Any reason? Any
Sir,
reason?
Python is preferred because of the with AI integration. That's the main reason, sir.
Okay. So did you mention that it is classifying easy and difficult questions? So how did you classify that a question is easy and it
Sir,
is
that
difficult?
depends upon like some factors such as the keywords used. It might be easy to understand or tricky, or and then the second is how long the question is. Is it so easy to understand, or I think that's two.
Okay. Can you further improve your system?
Yes, sir. We finish this one. As of now, we are yet to implement the login, as well as the API. We want to develop our own AI model to give best solutions. The API model that we are using, these are these are limited. So we want to build our own API model that can give unlimited answers.
Thank you.
So, a very good afternoon, everyone. So, have you thought of any circumstances where you have planned for a very highly expensive trip, but right now you don't have actually some expenses, you don't have some savings for that, and you have a plan, you can do a saving, but you are not getting a proper platform for that? Or there can be a case that sometimes we do plan for a very good trip, we have a lot of savings, or we actually don't know about what the trip estimation is going to be, and we are landed on a situation where either our budget is getting too tight, or our budget is much more than what we expected. So to fill this gap, we have Tour AI. Plan and invest in your way for your trip. So the keyword that we are using is plan and invest. So smart travel is what we are actually communicating through AI, that is actually AI powered. We help to invest in trip financially, that is a unique feature. And if we are going to do such things, we are going to use 5 different platforms or 5 different websites. So to fill this inclusivity, to bring this inclusivity, Tour AI is there. So if we before analyzing what the solution is, we need to first understand the problem statement that we are actually figuring out very well. So if we see that tourism industry, tourism industry is very broken and it's not actually connected. So if we first figure out few of the things, that is we save for months. A traveler, what they do is they blindly save for months, and sometimes they land on, as I said, a budget that is either too far beyond what our expectation, or it's not actually meeting our expectation. Second is budget planning. Budget planning, there is no platform that is giving a trip cost estimation plus investment plan for your trip, and a booking platform as well. Overspending on trips, what we actually figure is after the trip we are actually very much exhausted, or we are very much depressed of the spendings that we have done, or the extra overspending that we have done. So Tour AI helps to prevent that. It gives you a way that you can plan that trip and plan that expenditure beforehand. So if we see about our Tour AI, Tour AI is making a smart, financial, responsible travel accessible to everyone. So what are 4 pillars is on which the entire Tour AI is working. Tour AI is using a profit cost prediction model that is by Meta. It was released in 2017. So we are using that model. That is one of the first pillar of Tour AI. So we could have used a linear regression model, but and what profit time series model by Meta AI, Meta is actually being doing in Tour AI is it is actually giving us the inflation rate, that if we are asking from the customer that invest in your plan, we should also have a estimation or something where we can predict the inflation in the future. On that particular period of time. So Meta AI is doing that. We could have used a linear regression, now coming back. But why we are not using the linear regression? Because there is a situation like in summers, there can be a peak expectation in that area. There can be a peak like in Mizoram in December, there can be a peak tourism hike. So so the profit model help us to predict that. The second model that we are using is random forest for feasibility. We are taking inputs like salary, your income, your monthly savings, your expenditure, and through that we are using for bringing out the feasibility. Random forest is giving us a classifier model. We are using it as a classifier model. It is giving whether the trip is actually feasible for you or not in your inputs that you have provided to us. Third is the LLM plus RAG that we are using for generating the itinerary of the entire trip. The third that we are using is for the installment plans, the best installment plans that actually is also benefiting us to the customers as well. We are using the LLM models and we are using all the permutations that are possible, and we are landing to the best installment that they can pay to us as well. So these are the 4 important pillars. If we see the workflow, so this is the workflow. It's not clearly visible. As we'll move to the prototype, we'll understand we have the inputs as the traveling from to. We have the start date, end date, the duration is automatically calculated. We have another platform that is budget setup, total trip budget, monthly income, monthly expenses, current savings, and there is a tier selection for every particular places. What we are doing is we are making 3 tiers. First tier is your economy, second is comfort, and the third is the premium tier. For each places, these 3 tiers have some database in have some data in their databases. So this is the thing, and then it will move to the profit time series model where it will check the inflation, and then it will check the feasibility. If it is feasible, it will move to the it will move for the RAG to just select the best tourist places over that particular area. It will then it will come to the context window of the LLM. For the LLM, we are using the API key of the Anthropic, that is Claude API, the Sonnet 4.6, and if that is possible, then again we'll move to the installment plan. Through that installment plan, we'll get the best average case, and we'll for currently we are redirecting them to IRCTC and booking platforms, but our future goals also include these things and use their APIs in our platform. And this is the RAG and LLM workflow. In one specification that in our prototype we are using is, for RAG we are not using the vector databases for now. We are using the keyword scoring retrievals. That is, we are not using the cosine similarity right now. We are using the keyword scoring retrievals. Why Tour AI stands out of the different, why we are unique in the market, as I have already told. LLMs are there, you can ask itinerary from LLMs, but hallucination, that is the one problem that LLMs create. So for that you need to include many other models as well that can give you a better output, as we can expect it as a neural network, that how we can get an output from different and we can get a perfect one output. So meet, this is our team. I am Naman Shukla.
And I am Anshul Singh. And I am Dilip Sahu.
And we are from an IT Mizoram. So let's have a look at our prototype. This is the landing page of our website. So we have also included a chatbot here that is also using a API key of the Anthropic. It is using the AI key, API key of the Claude Anthropic, the chatbot. If just we'll see to the if we scroll down to this, scroll down to the website, we'll see what are the specifications is and how the customer can feel reliable, and how they can feel that why the platform is actually different from the other platforms. As we'll scroll down, we'll get all the informations as we have discussed in these slides. So if just let's do a demo. We are going to do a demo login, and so we are on the platform where we are actually getting the inputs from the user. The first is choose your city, from where we are going to. Let's travel from Mumbai to Aizawl. Let's as we are going to Aizawl, let's select the month of December as it is highly crowded, and let's take a 3-day trip. 3-day trip, yeah. So now we are getting setting the budget, total trip budget that you are expecting. Yeah. Let it be 1 lakh, and total what the income that you are earning per month, what are your monthly expenses, and what are your current savings. So your monthly surplus is 20,000 after deduction from your total monthly income. Your current savings is 20,000. So let's continue, and these are the tiers that we were talking about. So let's go for comfort tier. So actually we are getting the answers from there in 200 milliseconds. So your plan is feasible. AI confidence is 59% because whatever the input you provided, depending on your investment, depending on your monthly salary, what the budget that you were expecting and the tier that you were expecting, you are getting a feasible plan, and the cost that you predicted, and let's see the places that it is actually predicting. So these are the places: Dutlang Hills, KV Paradise, Mizoram Museum, and the 6 places that it is asking you to visit. Then we have the hotels. These are the hotels based on their prices, approx prices that it is providing, and the itinerary. Itinerary is divided into 3 days: day 1, day 2, day 3. So you can go there as well. We also included the emergency contacts of the local areas where they can get or they can keep in advance. If we see the installment plans, so here is also what our LLM is here our LLM is also running. So if we see that the installment plan is divided on the inputs that were given to them, and these is the optimal and profitable installment based on the user and to us as well. So we are getting the average case from the user in terms of profitability. So then we are redirecting them to the payment options. So right now it is a demo, it is a dummy payment portals that we have added right now. So so it's a demo payment page that we are actually have right now, but in our future goals that also is going to be included. So these are the these are the flights or the IRCTC platform that we are also redirecting them to. So we can see the backend how it's working as well.
It's fine. You no need to explain the backend. Okay. So why did you choose random forest over other classifiers?
Yes.
Why did you choose?
Because if we see the working of the random forest, there are a lot of decisions trees, and that actually aggregates their values and give us the optimal result. There's a step in random forest that includes the splitting of the features. So it splits features randomly. The different subsets of the different subsets of the features are splitted, and at the end they are aggregated, and even the trees that are decision trees are there, they are also trained randomly. So that is actually what helping us to get a lot of overfitting. It is helping us to that it is not actually overfitting the model, helping us to not overfit the model. Yes, sir.
Okay, you are considering all the permutations.
Yes, sir.
For the base case, right? So how does it affect the time complexity? Can you improve by using near optimal solution?
So I'm not getting the question what you're asking.
You are considering all the permutations, right?
Yes, sir. Permutations and installments.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So instead of considering all, some part of the permutations, if you consider.
Yes, sir. Okay, all right. I got your answer. So you are saying so we can reduce many of the options so that we can get an optimized value.
Near optimal solution.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
So is there any huge difference in that case.
No, sir. Actually, we are using the LLMs over there only. As up to your what. So we actually haven't implemented any algo over there. So yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
A very good afternoon to the respected judges and my dear audience. Myself K. Abhinav and this is my teammate B. Elango, and it's a pleasure to be here today. As you guys can see, only 2 members of us are here, and the third member, and it's due to a tragic reason. A teammate's grandfather has passed away, so he had to leave the town immediately. So by praying for him and his family, we'll start the presentation. Every single day, Aiswal spends lakhs of rupees moving trash from point A to point B. And guess what? 70% of the trash shouldn't even be on the truck. It's supposed to be a currency. And the air we are breathing, it doesn't smell like air at all. It smells like vehicle release toxins. And let's be clear about who we are. Humanity is the most dominant race on this planet. We have split the atom into 2, we have reached the stars, and we have conquered the most rugged hills on the planet, including the very hills of Aiswal we stand on today. So why, even in 2026, are we still managing our waste like scavengers? Our sanitation is supposed to be different than animals. Our hygiene is supposed to be an expression of our supremacy over our environment and not a surrender to it. But how? How can we convert trash into currency? How do we make our air the way it was before? Light and filled with purity. How do we actually live like civilized people? Let's find out by looking at EcoLoop, the world's first fully circular intelligent city infrastructure powered by AI and rewarded in green points. In this presentation of ours, we have 3 pillars: waste segregation and management with the most efficient disposal systems on the planet, pollution monitoring, which includes monitoring the AQI, and AQI here stands for Air Quality Index, and sanitation, which we actually need and deserve as humans. Looking at the first pillar, waste segregation and management. In Aiswal today, waste collection is complete chaos. A truck comes, picks up everything mixed together, biodegradable, recyclable, it doesn't matter. It just picks all of it and dumps it in one place. That's not waste management. That's selective pollution. And what do most people do when the truck doesn't arrive on time? They throw it downhill, polluting the very hills we love. EcoLoop changes this. EcoLoop changes this from the very source, our homes. Every household gets 2 bins. A green bin for biodegradable waste, your food scraps, organic matter, and other natural objects which the nature can break down on its own. While the recyclable waste, the plastics, bottles, electronics, and so on, it will be done by the recyclable waste. But this is already done in many cities. Are they clean? No, they are not. And why is that? It is purely due to lack of awareness of what is biodegradable and what is not. And here's where the AI comes in. Each home has just one thing: a small camera costing no more than 300 on the bin and a small light for an indicator. These cameras connect to a single central processor installed at colony level, like a Raspberry Pi, which is around 8,500 or 9,000. One device serving an entire neighborhood of 500 to 100 homes. And these cameras send feed to the central colony processor via local Wi-Fi or using a local mesh network. Now what happens is, the moment you hold something in, the AI identifies it instantly. Banana peel, biodegradable. Plastic bottle, recyclable. And the wrong bin, it warns you immediately through the light attached on top of it. Let's look at a small prototype of this AI. I made it myself. And this is the QI we made. The YOLO V8 processor, which basically identifies what type of waste it is. I place a bottle in front of it. It identifies it. It is recyclable, and it also shows the accuracy of what it is. That is 87%. And it also shows what it is behind, which is TV, which is recyclable. The score is 88%. And if it is biodegradable, like this plant, it also shows this. It is a potted plant, biodegradable. And again, if I say, let's use a phone, electronic device, it again shows it's a cell phone, recyclable, and it's 69%. Now what happens when the bin is full? The user ties the knot of the garbage bag, wrapped inwards of the bin, picks it up, puts it near the trash collection point, where in the same way, the whole colony puts its trash, clean and in a blue or green color for identification, according to the respective trash it is. And every time a user fills a bin, 10 green points will be credited to him. You must be wondering what green points are. We'll find out. Now what happens to this waste? Your biodegradable waste travels to a composting facility, and recyclable waste goes to a recycling factory. And we know what happens in a recycling factory, and the same thing happens here too. But when it comes to biodegradable factory, things get interesting. When the biodegradable waste gets into factory and combined with animal waste collected from poultry and dairy farms, we create manure using a process called anaerobic digestion. Inside a sealed oxygen-free tank called a digester, microorganisms break the waste to two most valuable items: biogas and slurry. We can use this biogas to fill our gas cylinders, which can be used for cooking food. And we know the conditions now where LPG is costly and scarce. So this comes completely from the waste we produce, and the animal waste, which is basically dumped into rivers or ponds like Long River. And the byproduct, slurry, can be sold to farmers acting as a potent manure and no harmful chemicals. Just pure plant NPK, and NPK stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and protein, which will skyrocket the agricultural yield of Mizoram without harming our mother nature by spraying harsh chemicals. And this is how we break the code. Only humans are dumb enough to spray poison in their food to get a better yield and then eat it himself. And this is the end of pillar 1. But before we move to our second pillar, I want you to introduce to the backbone of this entire ecosystem, the currency that makes Ecoloop actually functional: green points. Every single positive action in our ecosystems earn you green points. You sort your waste correctly, you earn green points. You clean a dirty spot in your colony, you earn green points. Plant snake plants along the roadside, you earn green points. Plant a people tree, green points. Water the plants, green points. But what can you do with these points? And why would people have an urge to earn these points? You can use a public washroom. You can board a city bus. You can get a biogas refill for your kitchen. You can buy recycled products at a community stalls. The same products made from the very waste your colony sorted. Let me show you the glimpse of UI. We'll head directly to economy dashboard, which is basically my redemption catalog. And as you can see, action and reward catalog. You plant 5 people and neem trees with fencing, you get 50 green points. You plant 1 snake plant, 1 green point. 10 public points, you get 5 green points. But how do you use them? You have a monthly bus pass, which is a city transit pass. You use them, you stack these points to get a monthly bus pass, which is costing around 500 green points. And a clean biogas canister, which is basically refilling your gas cylinder for 1200 points. And say you're a 14-year-old, you have your basic needs like going out with your friends and attending small parties, but not always parents give money, right? So if you're a 14-year-old, you're full of energy, but you have no money. So what can you do? You clean up some near spots in your colony, go plant some trees, and you earn some points, then stack them up and use 10,000 green points to redeem them for 2,500 of real cash. It also teaches some ethical values in the children. And let me be clear about this. We are not asking citizens to be responsible. We're not putting a poster saying keep your city clean, help the city grow. We're not issuing fines. We're paying them to clean their own city, which will ensure maximum people's participation without forcing them at all. This makes people responsible and the city cleaner without spending too much of the governance money by hiring cleaners. Every other smart city system tells people what to do, but eco loop pays them to do it. And this is the green point economies, and this is the strongest point of our plan. We'll show live working user interface of eco loop locally run on my laptop at the end of the presentation. Now let's head on to the second pillar, sanitation. In Aizawl today, public sanitation is either non-existent or in a condition so poor.
You have to conclude in 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay. In Aizawl today, public sanitation is either non-existent or in a condition so poor that people actually avoid it. And when people avoid public washrooms, they find alternatives on roadsides, on hillsides, the very hills we love. But Ecoloop changes this. Every 1.5 kilometers across Aizawl, we install a public washroom. Not a basic one, a smart one. And because our hygiene must be absolute, we eliminated the most unreliable factor in sanitation, human error. After every 5 users, an automatic light rinse will be activated with disinfected spray so that it smells and looks clean. And after every 15 users, the washroom enters a command protocol. High pressure water jets blast the surface, followed by a concentrated aqueous ozone cycle, the strongest disinfectant known to mankind. It rips through bacteria at molecular level and dissolves back into pure oxygen. Then the UVC rays descend, and even this eliminates the bacteria in molecular structure. Total sterilization, zero smell. The door locks, the system purifies, and it only unlocks when the environment is perfect. No human intervention, this will roughly take 5 minutes. But beyond the AI, we need something that truly belongs to Aizawl. Infrastructure that works with our environment and not against it. When the sun is at its brightest, the roof serves as high efficiency solar panels, gathering energy for our systems. But as we all know, our weather can change in a heartbeat. The moment our sensor detects a downpour, the architecture shifts. The panels retract, revealing us rainwater harvesting system. This ensures that even during a power outage of the driest months, Ecoloop remains a reliable sanctuary for our citizens, maintaining its 5-minute hygiene protocol without placing any extra burden on the city grid. Inside every washroom, a first aid kit, sanitary pads and diapers will be available for our women and kids. And how do you enter? Green points. 1 point to use the urinal and 3 points to use the toilet. Green points you already earn by simply sorting your waste correctly at home. You sort your trash this morning, you earn points. You use a world-class washroom this afternoon. But the most profound addition of Ecoloop is beneath the surface. We believe that in a truly smart system, there is no such thing as a waste. So underneath each smart pod, we integrate an advanced solid liquid separation chamber through a natural gravity-fed process. We recover and purify the water, recycling it back into high-pressure cleaning systems. This ensures facility remains self-sustaining, even in areas with limited water access.
Yes, time is up, sorry.
Just 2 minutes.
We can move to QA round.
What is the total cost of your system?
Yes, ma'am. It will. The one-time investment of this would be around 30 crores, which was around 1/5 part of what the Mizoram government sanctioned for the sanitation of Aizawl. It is almost 1/5 of the cost, which is 150 crores or something.
Oh, this is your
And it's a
research
one-time cost,
project.
ma'am. It's not a recurring cost.
This is your project.
Yes.
You got the project from DST or?
No, I made it myself.
Oh, okay.
Just 2 more minutes and I'll explain a little bit.
Can it run efficiently on the Raspberry Pi in real time?
Yes, ma'am.
How scalable is your solution? It can be used for how?
For Aizawl, it is scalable right now.
Okay. Can it work in outdoor conditions?
Yes, ma'am. It is built for outdoor conditions.
What data set
It also
you
includes
use?
calibrated plus weatherproof housing, so that even weather doesn't damage it.
What data set did you use?
For front end, I use Streamlit, and for the back end, I use.
Data set.
I don't understand. I didn't get you.
You must be training that whether this is a, what is that?
Oh, actually, I used YOLO V8, ma'am, and it's
YOLO,
already
yeah,
a pre-trained
okay,
model.
okay.
I just told it to basically never detect humans, so it doesn't leak data.
How did you train your model?
I used anti-gravity for it. I used continuous prompts so that it tells what to look at and what to not look at.
Okay. How does your system perform with mixed or messy waste?
It will be basically it will be cleared or separated at a separate facility. But if we actually implement it at the molecular level, which is at homes, it will be much more efficient without using another facility to separate this waste.
Okay, so finally, after it detects all the mess, who will come and clean the area?
Area of which area, ma'am?
The place where you are going to detect the waste. Who,
The
who will
people will be
respons-
cleaning it, ma'am. Like say students who need money or anyone would clean it. I mean,
Okay,
they're earning
so
green
your
points.
system is not directly connected with the government, like the garbage vehicle who comes to collect.
Yeah, that's what. I'll show the UI. It will take 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, and it will be integrated. I mean, I'll show what actually the UI does. So, just
No,
2
I
minutes.
just wanted to know whether how far you have gone. Only
Yeah.
up to that point, right?
No, actually,
the one which you have proposed right now. So
there's
you're
another
going,
3 pillars to it, ma'am. So I've only told one of them. So if I get 2 more minutes.
No, actually, we cannot give extra time. So it has to be even for all. It won't be fair for your friends. So basically, what you have shown is that it can detect all those, whether it is a plastic bottle, whether it is a that green plants, isn't it?
That is only 40% of what the project can achieve, ma'am. Yeah, it's what it shows, but only 40% of what the project entirely does.
Okay. So you're saying that you're implementing your system along with the government
Yes.
office.
Yes. It's more like a government program, ma'am.
So this is a project which you are trying to propose,
Yes.
which you have not proposed yet.
No.
It is in your mind.
I made for hackathon, ma'am. I made for this hackathon.
Oh, okay. I understood. It's all right.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, good afternoon, everybody. I just want you all to think just before looking at this presentation that the last trip you took, how many times or how many apps or websites did you visit just to have a glimpse of the pictures, the tourist spots, planning about the itinerary. So, first we'll look at the problems. Can you please move to the next slide? Yeah. So, what is the main problems the modern travelers face? That is a fragmented planning. We move from 5 to 7 kinds of apps, websites for taking a glimpse at the special tourist spots or planning the itinerary, our budgeting. Then we come at the generic AI recommendations. Nowadays, as AI is very much famous in this digital world, we often depend upon ChatGPT or Gemini to give us our itinerary plans or the tourist spots, but sometimes they give us certain websites or certain sources which are not even legit. Then the safety concerns or the language barriers which are not even resolved by certain famous apps like Make My Trip, Go Ibibo, or generic AI models like ChatGPT or Gemini. So, how Wander, our app, will help us with all that? First of all, we'll be resolving the AI-powered journey planning within our budget. So, supposedly, as I am from West Bengal, if I am coming to visit and have a look at Mizoram, but as a student, I have a very small budget. So, supposedly, if I have 10,000 budget and I want to cover Mizoram or Aizawl only in 3 days, so I'll just, in our app, I'll just provide that I want to travel to Mizoram. This is my budget. These are the things I want to cover, like photography, environment, culture, heritage, and the AI agent will provide me with all the details that what we can focus on, like culture and heritage, or nightlife, entertainment, adventure and outdoor, photographic or scenic views, food and culinary, relaxation and wellness within that stipulated budget. And we can even download that PDF, so that even in certain remote places we cannot access it through online, we can have that PDF, which would help us. Second, there is a complete booking ecosystem, that is flights, trains, buses, cabs. We can get all the information through this app. Next, if we move on to the visual destination preview, this app also provides us with certain images. Like if I want to visit to Delhi, I can just write Delhi and I'll be getting all the pictures of the famous tourist places. Or if I want to visit Mizoram, I can get the images of famous tourist places of Mizoram. Then the main thing, what makes our app different from the other existing apps like Make My Trip, GoIBibo, or generic AI models, that is a safety first. In today's digital world, we have seen that solo traveling is becoming very famous, especially among women. On social media platforms, we often see that there are many female influencers who are promoting that we don't need a man to travel. We can travel alone. So for that, the safety measures that we have taken, or we'll be polishing it more in our app in the coming future, is that the SOS emergency button. The moment we tap on that app, on that icon, an emergency message will be sent to the contact saved in our phone automatically, and it does not need too much connection, it does not need too much internet flow. Just a little bit of internet can provide to the emergency messages to our contacts. Next, we are also working on the neighborhood or the hotels we will be living in. Supposedly, if I am traveling solo and I am going to Delhi, I want to live in Delhi NCR. So through that app, I can just check on, we are still working on it, that whether the Delhi NCR is safe for women, how much it is safe, whether I can take this hotel, how much is the rating for this hotel given by the woman. So these are the safety measures. Then second most important thing is breaking language barrier. As a person from West Bengal or Bihar or Uttar Pradesh visiting places like Northeast, or if I'm visiting South India, there is a huge communication barrier due to the language. So this app will also resolve the language barrier, like providing certain local phrases like hi, hello, thank you, welcome, or I need this help. Communicating with people, shopkeepers, common citizens. The language barriers will also help, and translation also happens from both the sides. Like if I'm telling that I want to tell in Mizo language hi, hello, or I need a help, I want to book a cab, the app will translate it, and I can just hear the translation, and I can communicate with that person. So language barrier is another most important thing that this app will resolve while traveling to different places. Next is so coming to the end, how Wonder beats the competition with the other apps. As we can see, Make My Trip and generic ChatGPT or AI such as safety measures, as I've already told, the language barrier, legit sources, pictures and images of the famous tourist places. So the technical implementations we have taken help about this app are front end. We have front end is HTMLs, CSR, JavaScript. Back end is Node.js, I think.
Yeah, so in the front end part, we have taken the HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and the back end part, we have took the Node.js, Express.js for connecting the front end and back end. And for the database, we have used MongoDB because it stores file in a JSON file, which is used is compatible with the Java files. So, and the APIs keys which we have used is Google Gemini 2.5 and Pixels. So can I show you the model once? Yeah.
So every revolution in history has started with this one simple idea, and that is the things could be better than they are. So before the wheels,
distance was a challenge.
Before the printing press,
knowledge was bounded.
And before the internet,
information was hard to reach.
And as we move forward, the world has evolved. But what about the classrooms?
Well, in many aspects of ways, it still feels the same. Even our grandfather would recognize it.
So still now, millions of students are just not learning.
They're afraid of not missing anything important info.
So now, let's imagine it's 9 p.m. A student sits at his desk. He's trying to understand, but he's just writing his notes.
And one thought is continuously going through his mind that did I learn something today or did I just write? Because we all have been gone through it.
So what if a student never has to decide between writing and listening? So ladies and gentlemen, introducing AutoSense.
AutoSense is an intelligent academic coworker which learns and explains everything which is important. It doesn't depend whether it's written, even if it's spoken or discussed. Either it's teacher explaining any concept, something is written on the board, or maybe just like you are talking daily info in your daily to daily life. It extracts that what truly matters and then it transforms it into a structurized manner so that learning becomes easy for you. If something feels difficult for a student to learn, then it can also turn into the visual explanation so that you can understand it very easily. So from now, students don't have to worry about that missing something any important, because AutoSense ensures that it captures, organizes, and everything is reached within it.
Now let's see what actually AutoSense solves. Here, to understand this, let's take some scenarios. First, imagine a student sitting in the class and attending a lecture. But the problem with the student is, while he is attending a lecture, he has to keep concentrating on the concepts. And the second, he has to write notes as well. But as our professor is too fast, while the student is concentrating on the lecture, he is unable to make the notes properly. And while he is making notes, he is unable to concentrate on the lecture. Now the second situation, suppose the class is about to end and everyone is in hurry. Suddenly a professor comes and says, hey, on Monday we have a maths test. Or let's say a CR comes and say, on Tuesday we have to submit an assignment. The student thinks, yeah, we can just remember. But as they are in hurry and there is a time gap, there is a tendency that the student will forget. Now let's take one more situation where a student is in a discussion. And we all know at the end of a discussion, a lot of important point comes out. But these important points are never being used since there is no record of these points. Now, to solve all these problems, we came up with the solution called AutoSense. Now to understand how AutoSense actually works, we have to dive into the intelligence pipeline behind the AutoSense. Okay, it's not quite visible, but yeah, we'll try. See, in the this is the structured pipeline of the AutoSense. Now, at the input layer of the AutoSense, actually it captures all the let's say all the conversation going on around the students. There might be a lot of conversation going on around the student, but keep in mind that it doesn't record everything. Rather, it operate on the audios in a small chunks so that it can analyze the conversation in the most efficient way. Once it captures the audio, it went to the second processing layer. In the processing layer, it basically removes all the extra background noises like a fan noise. It can be a classroom chit chat noise or all the other unnecessary noise. Then it applies the diarization voice diarization on the conversations. Actually, what it does, like suppose lot of conversation is going on, so these conversations are being separated into different voice tracks. Now these voice tracks are again sent to the Grok Whisper model, which basically convert these voice tracks into a text format for better transcription. Once these transcriptions are created, these are being sent to the intent classification model. Basically, the intent classification model checks or classify the conversation into different category. Just suppose if it will check whether the conversation is about a lecture, or is it a reminder, or let's say is it a part of some discussion, or it is a concept. If it finds any one of them, then it will automatically classifies these conversation into the important category, and all the other conversation which is like unproductive will be classified into the casual category. Now the conversation which are there in the classified in the important category will be sent to the decision routing engine. This is the this decision routing engine is the one which separate us, like which make us difference from the other note taking devices, or let's say the software which is available. What it does, it actually checks whether it automatically sends and send all the conversation which is there in important one into different engines. Like we have different engines. Suppose we have suppose it is it detected that the conversation is of a lecture, then it will send that lecture into the note taking model for better optimization. If it is a reminder, then they will send it to the task detection or task operating models. If it is a decision making or something like concept, then it will be sent to the visualization engine for making the visual experience for the student. Once all these happens, these decision making engines, we have different engines, will create the output, and these output will be saved in a structured way in our databases with a proper timeline and in an organized way. And finally, the student can access all this information through the dashboard of AutoSense. Now we can see the workflow here without going more technically how it works. See, for now we are capturing all audio through the microphones and all. Then these audios are being broken. First they have removed all extra noise, and then they have broken into voice 1, voice 2, voice 3, and then these voices are being sent to the AutoSense brain, or say classification engine, where it classify the conversation into different category like lecture, reminder, decision making, discussion, and then again we have concept for visualization. Then these are being sent to the different engines, like we have different engines for note taking or a lecture, for reminder, for decision making, discussion, and visualization. And then these are being sent to the they will generate the output and being sent to the database, and they will store, and finally it will be visible on the AutoSense dashboard. Now Mridanga will continue with examples.
Now I'll going to show how our product computes data. Let's take a sample text or audio from a student. I need to submit assignment today. Now it will first process whether it's a reminder or not. If it's a reminder, then it will be sent to the reminder queue, where a task with a specific deadline will be created. The important thing about it is that it is totally automated. No manual intervention is needed. It will automatically process from that audio file, and it will automatically create the reminder. Now second is that if it's not a reminder, it will go to the conceptual flow, and if it's a concept, then it will extract the concept and will create all the visualization, mind maps, and all the necessary flow charts required by the student to simplify complex topic into simple. Now after getting that all the concept, it is sent to a separated academic timeline which contains all the reminders, all the flowcharts, all the data, all the notes which are needed. And after that, it helps the student to create a unified academic timeline which improves his or her productivity to a large extent. Now the future scope of our product. Now in future, we will integrate it in an IoT model which will be accessible in a wearable format, like in our casual wearable glasses, watches, or pen. We'll integrate it in it, and it will listen to all the conversation around him or her. And after that, it will in real time it will create all the notes, data, and all the necessary flowchart which will help the student, and thus improving the productivity. We making education much more accessible. But we found out that we can also shift it towards a more corporate structure. Means we can use this same thing in corporate also, because there in corporates there are lots of meeting, lots of discussions, and there is a requirement to simplify larger complicated concepts. So we can use this same approach in a vast amount of fields where there is a audio communication happening. Now we will show a demo of our product.
Now we'll have a demo. So for showing demo, we'll just do a short discussion over here that will include a different conversation, and let's see that where app is detecting it or not. Now we are starting our listening conversations. See, once we start, it always be listening us. Hey, Purushottam, do you know, yesterday it was Bollywood night. How was it? Have you enjoyed?
Yes, I enjoyed my Bollywood night very much.
But don't forget, we also have exam on Monday, you know?
What? Discrete mathematics test on Monday?
Yeah. Okay, so don't.
The assignments.
We also have assignment on Thursday that we have to submit. Don't forget those two.
Geography assignment at Thursday. Okay, fine.
Okay. Have you understand? Now let's see where our model detected the reminders. We have talked about three important things. First we have math test, then we have geography, and then discrete math test. So let's see where from our conversation does our model set the reminder or not. See, geography assignment submission on Thursday, discrete mathematics test, and this was from like previous one we have tested. It's automatically detect our conversation and set the reminder. We don't have to set the reminders and all now manually. Even we can do it for notes. Suppose a lecture is going on, then the professor the student do not have to make the note of everything. Suppose even the student miss something while the lecture is going on, it automatically listens and captures and prepare a detailed notes of lecture 2. But as we don't have much time, so we cannot continue with the lecture. So only we can only show only one feature of our app. Thank you very much.
Which third-party library you are using for detecting the speech?
Okay, here we are using, for classification, we are using Llama. It is being fine-tuned with different cases. We have just fine-tuned it with different cases. Like we have given so much, like this kind of prompt it will come, then we have to analyze in this particular way. If this kind of thing come, then we have to categorize into the another format. Like that, we have trained it and then it is working.
How many libraries are you using in this project?
Okay, yeah. See, we are using a lot of library. Like first of all, the most important one is a Grok whisper model, which is converting all the voice into the text. Then we are using PyNotes that basically separates different voice tracks. Suppose we have lot of conversation going on around us. So how it will decide that which conversation we have to take or not? So first of all, it need to separate all the voice into the different category. So for that we are using PyNotes. And then for let's say for as I say, for classification we have used Llama.
Okay.
That are the basic things.
Okay, what is the technology stack of this?
Yeah.
Technology stack, tech stack.
Tech stacks means.
Who is designing?
For designing, okay. For designing, we do not for designing we have used React, as it is very common now. For designing we have used React components structured. And then for the backends, we have used, for database, we have used MongoDB. Then for as I already told you, for LLM and all, we have used Llama. Those things only.
Okay, for these representations, this GUI, which library is this?
This is, we use Tailwind CSS for making it more.
Tailwind, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ama sain kan judge zom tak tele mi pui local khom zong te in zavain chibai ka bu ka cheu keini X Farm South te chuanin voin hian kan project MDTE Mizoram Digital Tourism Ecosystem karon chop chuak dona he project hianin kan rama kholzin veivak te mei ba ka Mizoram ati mason ngei kan be se ani samzona ta hi ka han ding tlang mai anga ama sabera chuanin ma Mizoram mai ba ka hian ram sang hian tourism sector hianin ram economy chanzel nan ngong poimo tak mai ti tur poimo tak mai chel meka amero chu tiang shareng chung chuan Mizoram tourism hianin du khoblo na le boina tam tak ala nei meka chung kan boina to chu han thur bing ta zelila ma sabera chuanin information system pekna chanchin chiat theina tourist local te hianin an nei lova adot le chuanin tour guide kan ti mai heng kholzin veivak te lokai shoi tu rin tlak tak han biak po na mai thei tur hi an manin mel shiat an nei ngai lawa chu wang chonin heng mi te hianin ram ral muang lo le ral chia tak tak te an lo shwaya kan khwal zin vei wak te tan a hlom em em a tin kan booking nei dan kan booking ti dan sa te hi manually zia chop le zon chop kan ti china wang hianin huna he em em a he khwal zin ten an du lo em em ani heng boina te chingfel thei tur hianin ke ni chuanin MDTE Mizoram Digital Tourism Ecosystem kan ti karon chop chuaka hei hianin engte kan boina te a chinfel theiang kan ti chuanin masabera chuanin a feature sang te hi han soi taila pakhatna chuanin mun zon ol samna da ania mun tlo tur moi tak tak ba ka heng mun bul nai vela ele intui tak tak zorna hei hian a ko mungal dona hei mi englo thei tur hian hemi chop chuak thei tur hianin ke ni chuanin map navigation kan da ngal boka tin shiat pol awal samchin ema wangin tunlai changkan nei na ken telzel thalak kan da ngal bokani adot leya chuanin kan mun tlo to le kan tlo zel tur kan chin chia theina turin safe na ti to mela ol samjongin kan da heta hianin kan tourist local te mei ba ka local residents te hianin mun tlo po tur tam tak anda thaya tin hei hianin hun khoral na tur tam tak le ril ru phi boi tur chingfel thei don ani tin soitak angin map based navigation kan da leya hei hianin step by step in kan tourist te ba ka keima ni kan kal je zel tur te kan thalak te kan lo shiat polemo kan thalak te kan mu ponin kal na tur kan lo shiat lo poin kan kal kan ka pentin min ka shoi thei turin hethil kan da bokani
hello next hian smart planning kan nei le ta smart planning hi engai thatna kan ti chonin khwal jin Mizoram anom mel ti fak shim shimaron kal tur den nom thaya chu tiang ho tan chonin atangkai emema kan nepsi itinerary generate na hi omta chu ta chuanin an cham hun chung tele anti chak zong nature an ngai na ni emo adventure ngai na ni emo kha an thlang to panga chuanin chu mi mang chuanin an itinerary kha aronin generate sak don ta ni chu ta hanin ni thum cham tur an ni chuanin day one rei ek kitlo anga holama hangilung len tlang tiang tlang khanin day 2 day 3 te ga khanin aron generate sak zel don ta ni chu chon booking experience kan nei le ta booking experience hi khwal jin ni chuanin lir thei te alo har sata hat khata tak khanin kan apps chunga hianin driver vehicle in register mu mal tak kan siama ta chon red le tlan hun te entiran driver kalo ni chon result re e kalo tlan ta chua hun jing dar riat som pani tlaidar thum angten kalo nei ta kha kan app satang khwal jin ten ol sam takin anron book vele theidon ta ni chu khami anron book a kha driver whatsapp notification a hanin seat aron reserve fe chumi khami chuan tikha notification kha alo dong vele me don ta ni chu chon safety and SOS omle ta hei kan apps kanin chuan vena pakhat anita khwal jin kalo ni ta ni trekking ani emo lui te kan local ta etiranin solo traveler te kan lo tamta heng ho tan phe chu tangkai big emema khwal jin kan ni zonin chung te emo thian te har satna to pal te khanin biak mai thei tur kha nom lo thina khami awang khan tong thu chhelowa chiat to te po thleng thei ve kanita khatianga hanin SOS button hi voi khat send SOS ti me zeu thei khanin kan siam ta hemi an me zeu khanin an coordinates kha engkim kha admin panela aronin sen tanga chon khami kha admin khanin heta rescue team emote tikhan awashil le anga chanchu na ol sam takin le accurate zokin an nei thei don ni chu ILP inner line permit ti hi khwalzin i chong kan ma mo ngai nge anita hemi hi digital ILP ti in kan apps chunga hian omta ILP store na ani deu ber maya in kan ILP number ha kan chulu tanga ta chonin government website ami ang che chen kan details kan ming a validity date le kan cham hun chunga aman kan payment mansa thleng khanin aron langvek ton ta chu mai ba ka chonin khami details noya khanin QR scan thei tur kha kan generate tel bok ta chumi chu check gate ta te khana tangkai vele ta chon chu mai ba ka chonin e te travel company an te kan apps chunga hianin kan da bok ta hei chung ko azin emo thian hawa jin kan ni chonin kan ILP digital kan lo install sak ve theina QR tele details zong zong kha ti khanin phone pakhat atang check gate a ol sam dewin checking kha ol sam pha don ni chu admin panel hi kan nei le ta hi centralized dashboard for system control ti ni ta admin panel atang hianin tour guide register te vehicle register te chu mai baka restaurant homestay ti thlangin kan register sak vekta achan nga tingai kan ti chuanin service provider sign in na hiom ani chu kan ep sa hian sign up na hi kan da du lo ta admin hianin a sign up sakanga ti chuan an login credential te kha gmail amo whatsapp a an lo donga du du lowin sign up ve top theilo nanin kha a ve nang ha kan siam bok ani chu admin panel hi chuan technical approach hi front end ta hianin flutter kan mang ta flutter dart achana chu cross platform compatibility hi anei thata android ta ahman theya ios ahman thei bokta web pa po ahman thei bokta web pa te po kan deploy chin ta ten ahman thei ve kan chu flutter that ve na chu chuan backend a hianin superbase kan mang bokta superbase a po chu tiang deuh tho chuanin database kan manga storage kan mang bokta heta stories spot athalak te description te le khatiang zong zong location latitude le longitude thleng khanin superbase a kan store vekta interaction te kha smooth all sampha bokta integration a hianin spot kan tlo tur te kha weather kha kan da vekta ni chu hemi open weather map api mang hianin accurate la tuklowa future scope a aman choya athajok te pokan lamanga he hi so map integration a hianin open street map spot te restaurant te le homestay te ponia khatiang map of search google atanga of search sop ngai lo khanin app satanga map phone mai thei khang kan da bok ta ni chu
a unique feature si kalau so nga heta kan mong henin all in one tourism solution tinia kan application dang lambik na chu tourism amamo tur ang song song mun khata khom na ni hei adang lambik na nia kan la experience law ani karinga chuanin local focus features he application hi heng kan tual chung mamo ate in focus dona tin internet connection tel lawin accurate takina thok thei bok ani chuanin call sin tan safety hi kan ngai poimo chatak in kan implement bok ani hei chuanin impact better travel experience tin he apps zinveiva ati ol sama engai hun chulawa khoral tur kha tam tak kan hun kha safe don ani chuanin heng kan local business tan chanle zual heng kan local business ne ang ho hi alo chanle zual na pui don ni chu antiranin heng kan service provider ne ang chiang te transportation noya vehicle amo driver te tan work service ati tamle zual don ni conclusion asunin Mizoram tourist digital ecosystem hi mobile application ni tourist tan an cham hun chung in an explore do nam hun all sam tak le him zoka omje nei zoka an man theina turani khati zong khani kan lo me
demo show turini lo mi
in lot chung in pakhat lo zot anga in chia han ILP chungchang khain soya ILP number entry a kami retrieve mai kha sarkar lam hin APN provide nge ti lai kha khriat du lai te
khami kha sarkar nen la in clear le angai thona bo API hi IP hi unblock ve kan chu cloud ta deploy hianin India IP hi ommang si lowa lei chop te ngai ta khami kha India IP che khan access thei sia chumi chu alei chop ngai ni chu tura chon phone atang kan ran ri ta phone IP kan mang ri ani chu hei kan apps home screen a chu data chuanin headline an hnuai an F bar a hian save and na te chuan chikha ka lo soi tel lawa tour guide tho hi heng ho hi tour Mizoram tourism hnuaia in register tuna tour guide kan nei lai te mek ve kan nita ratings po hi an mani ratings pa ai ve kan nita chuan drawer hi ombok ta ta tang hianin itinerary generate na te kha ombok ta chuan heta digital ILP le tourist spot tirnanin city view trom pui hi lo lu tai la te kha be pa valu top thaya te kha chuan nearby homestay te po omta tuna hianin hi ala accurate che lo ni chu location hi Google API kha manchoi kha angai sia khami kha places API kha kan mang du box sia 100% in ala accurate lo location ho hi
chuan azo na ai ma chuan thil dang pakhat kan bel lop duwa nangma ni develop ani nge po ka ring topa aluk sa tangpon aluk sen feel sa tangpon kan suggest du zok cheu chu development lama in kal chhozel do ni pon tlemin look and feel sa khan uluk le zol de la khatum ta la presentation te po a developer lu tu ko ni chu kha inon show zong kha nge engineering lama tang chon a om lo lu tu mi lo ni chu masela khatinga khan presentation moi nai de lek te in la kal le zen tu rang han khatinga han chop chuat he khatum ta ulat e kha kan suggest tel ram du ni chu
so i bel duin la nem khami bi ti mo wa khan kalai khan la show lo in la nem AI lam pang mai in tel lo tro heta hi chuan
la tel lo future implementation sa da kan tum
future ti don ta la AI kha enga tan nge in manang in epa hian
itinerary po hi tuna hianin he ala thok chi alo ni chu keima ni hard code job khan sia han generate ton chen tai la ta hianin AI ya hianin englo hi man katum ta anthropic cloud he an API he hi day one che hil ala generate hi kan ta apa khe ala thei ri lo chuan events te events te po ten past events te om to ta chuan heta events lo om tur khwal jin ho en na lo in rin lok ve thai na ni ber chu chuan restaurant le homestay ho kha om bok da kan du ta na chuan places API in heng ho po hi an homestay le restaurant thalak te hi da chol eve kan tum bok ta ta chuan call thei rongo tian alo om ta hetian an restaurant al lua a thalak le ti vel te zong zong menu te thleng pon ania khami chop chu ha kan tum bok ani chu future scope a chuan
eng tika trang ngen develop tran
hi thamasa masale top vel han dia
hemi tan hian
arei ve to
a project dang neu hi kema hian kan lag nei ve wang hian in hemi dan hian 100% effort hun 100% time kan pe thei che lawa choi wang chuan in hun kan du rei ani
a real khop mai kan lo tia hai in develop ti chiang ma chan ma se improvement nge room for improvement kha zau ang reng mo
so in AI related project kan khoi to thin sem sem la khoi mi lo mi
AI related projects bi khi khoi hi kan nei thau ni chu tuna point khoi me kan ne ma se tuna hianin hemi competition atan bi khenin kan in chen som ve ni chu chu hemi VIRTHLI HACKATHON thawa hianin chumi chu ron chop chua thau kan tuma ma se tlema a branch shan dau ang ni chu kan khoi to thau
chuan in nang ma ni kha third year
third year
BCA nge BSc kha
BCA
final year final semester
final sem
okay khati zong kha ni hello
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pranav Kumar from Team Hack Horizon, and these are my teammates Ansika Dubey and Sayani Ghosh. And today we are going to present our idea project named Rockham. So when we first came to Mizoram, we were mesmerized by the climate, the mountains, and the culture of the Mizoram. And one thing that put us into a dilemma is that how much we have missed in our life, how much things we have not seen in our life. This made us think one of the major core problems that is in the India today, that many traditional and indigenous communities faced systematic invisibility due to cultural unfamiliarity, geographic isolation, lack of digital infrastructure, and weak market linkage. As a result, UNESCO describes that thousands of communities are under the extension of getting unfamiliar and isolation. Many artisans in India are highly fragmented and under monetized. And there are some platforms like Etsy that exist. There are some platforms like Etsy that exist and they help to showcase community as a commerce website. But they lack one of the major things. There is no individuals, they are very individual centric, not community centric. And the major gap is community identity. There is no any platform that supports community validation and community identity and customer validation under commerce, culture, and capital. So what are the conceptual innovation we are presenting today? The breakthrough is community as a startup model, inspired by the democratic principles of Abraham Lincoln, but presented to ventures. A venture by the people, for the people, and of the people. A systematic architecture where a community can present itself as a startup. They can showcase their culture, they can showcase what services or products they need to present, and people like general users can directly go to the platform and they can buy the products or services that they want to get. And they can be also registered as a community individual, community user. As a community user, you can support the community venture that you want to or like to support. And also, one of the major things is that community funding. We are presenting crowdfunding as a initial level for a startup venture. Since any startup venture needs two things. One is customer validation, and the second thing is initial level of funding. So if a community needs to present itself as a venture, it needs these basic two things. So these are solved by the two features of our platform. When you log in as a startup, your community or normal user can support you and your startup through community support, and they can also provide funding so that you can use that funding in the marketing or in the services. Now my friend Sayani Ghosh will say about the SWOT analysis and the social impact of the product.
Hello everyone. Sorry for the error having with the PPT. I'll show it after this speech. I want to talk about the challenges which we will face while working on this project. The major challenges is what the artisans will face is that the trust issues. Why will they use our website? Like, why will they choose an online way for an income or something? There will be trust issues. Also, the communities may inflate their votes. They can manipulate votes by using our website or something. We are having problems such as logistics and delivery problems across hilly terrain areas. Also, we don't much talk about the internet access, but it is also a really major issue which we need to see and which we need to work upon, which is the internet access in remote areas of Mizo villages. We are especially talking about the areas of Mizoram right now. So what are the solutions which we can work upon? The solutions are making or building an offline first mobile app which will also work while there is no internet access. They can use this website after logging into it if they don't have an internet access. Talking about the trust issues and all, I think if we connect through the NGOs and the SHGs through government partnerships, we can go to the civilians directly, which can also build trust. Talking about the validation and trust, that's also up to the website. And if you talk about the inflation of votes, we'll also do the geo-identity checks and all. And for the delivery purpose, we need to build some local collection centers in district hubs. For example, if we see, like, day before yesterday, I had a talk with the office in Aizawl of Indian Post. That's kind of, they are having some branches. They're having a main office. After that, they are getting some branches. We need to have some more local hubs for that. So if I talk about the social impact, it's really, it will really impact about like economic empowerment of artisans. The biggest question is, what will local artisan get? They will surely get a better price and also the price which they deserve through online mode. And also, there will be no middlemen involved. If we talk about the community recognition and identity, there are many small tribes which actually I don't even know because I'm not from Mizoram, but even the people of Mizoram I have talked with, they also don't know much about their own different kinds of tribes which are here in Mizoram. So I think that will be highlighted through our project as a global level basis. And also that will also, I think it will lead to the reduction of migration of, like we see many youths and all, they move to different cities, different areas, different states for mere income. Though they have the capability of working on their own traditional way, own traditional artisans and crafts, still they have to move to different areas. So if we bring this project to their home, they can earn through a very trusted process and also in a very balanced way, and which will, like, the all impacts directly implies to the cultural preservation, which the previous group have also said, but I can assure that this, if we are having these impacts, this will automatically imply to the cultural preservation of Mizoram. Now we'll proceed to my friend Anshika Dubey. She'll make understand the tech team and also about AI integration and IoT.
Hi, and a very good afternoon, or a very good afternoon to everyone, all the professors that are present here. So today I'm here to basically to define that how AI is integrated in our website or in our project actually. So basically how the AI is getting integrated in our project is like that. The AI is getting deeply integrated in our project. So the AI actually it just increase the intelligence and the trustworthy things in our project website. Basically when an artisan, for example, when an artisan he want to upload a product related to him, then how does the AI automatically translate the description into a widely descriptive way related to the cultural storytelling and enrichments its language, etc., while also tagging it to the relevant cultural identities also. And after the community validates the product through the voting system is also there, and the AI step into again to calculate the trust score and detect any suspicious or fake detection activities through the voting system. Once the product goes live, the AI recommended to the most relevant user based on their interest and behavior. As buyer interact with the products, AI continuously learn from the engagement and sales and data to update the demand trend and suggest pricing improvements, ensuring both visibility and economical growth for the products. Next, we will proceed for the IoT. The IoT integration is strengthen the system by adding a layer of real-world authenticity and transparency. Each product is linked with a unique UR code and NFC tag that store important details like community ID, artisan identity, locations, etc. When a buyer scans the code, they instantly view the product original story and make us detail, validation, score, and creating a strong sense of trust. And this system helps to eliminate fake products and build the confidence among buyers by connecting the physical ecosystem where the cultural products are not only discovered intelligently but also verified physically, solving the major issues that are creating due to the trust and authenticity in the marketplaces. So it is not just a platform, it is a digital it is not just a platform, it is a digital infrastructure for the cultural economy. Thank you. We are ready for the questions.
So do you have a prototype?
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, he is showing. It's a Llama University model. So data sets. So data sets Kaggle. So we can get so for free we get very limited amount of data sets. So currently, so not I don't remember the space, but it was very limited because it was free version of it. But we can if we want to go further also, then we can buy the data, more level of data sets, and we can train the model through it.
Can you explain about the data you are doing? You must be feeding some data to the model, right? What type of data you are feeding?
So for which purpose?
Yes, for whatever you are doing in your project.
So
How many modules you are training?
So so for AI integration part, we are
Wait,
yes.
you are using a pre-trained model. You are not training the model.
So we are actually using both. So actually we are using both because for the community startup, our data model is trained on the basis of what community, what venture guidelines communities should get. So for that we are training a model, and for other purposes like language translation model and suggestion model, description model, for that we are using API through Hugging Face. So that is different thing. Yes, sir.
So in that case, there are different types of porn, right?
Yes, sir.
Even, let's say I'm uploading different images, but if I type porn, it will always generate the same text.
Yes, sir.
Same description. So
No, sir. This is because when we use LangChain API, when we use Hugging Face API through LangChain, when we describe the prompting, so we need to work more on prompting, and after that, every specific user will get a specific answer through the API.
A very good afternoon to respected judges and everyone present here. I want you to all to imagine you are at some unfamiliar place, you are traveling to some unfamiliar area, and there is no internet connectivity. You open Google Maps and nothing loads. You search something and it didn't work. And now you are completely on your own. Hence, Team IOLX presents Orion AI, first offline intelligent travel platform. It is an AI-powered assistant which can assist you in both connected and disconnected environments. Next. Yeah. So we are going to show you some problems which are actually the harsh reality of travel today. The first problem is the first and foremost connectivity dependency. Everything depends on internet connection these days. Most travel app doesn't even work if there is no internet connectivity. Hence, our solution, Orion AI, can work in both online and offline modes with manual switching option. Standard apps requires internet connectivity, and it can limit functionality in remote areas with low internet connectivity, whereas Orion AI can work fully offline without need of any internet connectivity to ensure continuous functionality. The next problem was lack of real-time assistance in critical situations. Users cannot access guidance in remote areas or in emergencies. So Orion AI is totally on-device AI, which provides you instant assistance as well as navigation without relying on cloud. So it basically takes the data from user's local file, which is downloaded by using app, which is downloaded when the user downloads the app, and gives you instant assistance without any delay, and also navigates effectively in regardless of the connectivity. Third problem, limited accessibility on low-end devices. Most of the offline AIs that are present in the market are not effective in low-end devices because advanced AI needs high-end devices to operate. We have solved this problem using by optimizing our Orion AI so that it can use in as less as 4 GB of RAM smartphone. So it is ensuring wide accessibility as well. Absence of sustainable travel guidance. Yeah. So existing platforms does not promote or do not suggest the users the eco-friendly or greener options for traveling. But when the user asks Orion AI provides comparison based on carbon emission. It is a carbon route comparison it gives. And it also suggests the users more greener and more eco-friendly options to travel to their destination. Fragmented travel experience. This is something which we all face. Everything is so scattered. You want to book a hotel, you have to go to another app. You want navigation, you have to go to another app. You want AI assistance, you have to go to another app. So we have come up with a platform. It is a unified platform which has everything, integrating AI assistance, navigation, itinerary planning, weather, and even bookings. Now my colleague will take over from here. Thank you.
Okay, so we have rectified some market gaps here. A significant portion of the India population still face inconsistent internet connectivity, specifically in the rural and the remote areas. Also, India has over 700 million smartphone users, but major chunk is somewhere using mid to low end devices. Mid to low end devices meaning somewhere phone is having 4 to 6 GB of RAM. Nowadays, I think the RAM prices are very much higher, so you will get around 4 to 6 GB of RAM between 10 to 20,000 rupee phone. So, like currently no major solution integrate like offline AI assistant, offline navigation, sustainability insights. At the same time, advanced AI solutions are not accessible on the low-end device. I just want to give you an example here. I am using Apple Silicon chip M4. Okay, so in that now I have used around 13 billion parameter model, and when I was asking some like major question, at sometime it's hallucinating. Okay, because when we are doing offline computation depending upon the GPUs, right? So it takes so much of power and like it is not that much efficient, because I think from starting onwards, Apple is trying to give the AI on device, because somewhere we are looking for the security also, and like Apple is very much looking for the security things also. So in like a device like 4 GB and the 6 GB devices, it's really hard to implement offline model. And we have optimized our app and AI model, it is running. As this result, a large unserved market lacking reliable travel assistant. Meanwhile, I want to request my colleague to show the live native Android application to our judges. Here you can see our app interface and the key feature. Our app is having like, we are mostly focusing on two things. So our USP, so like, okay, here we are having like app interface and key feature. So our USP is like offline AI assistant that is capable of giving like a critical answer, like when we are having like, for example, some tourists like stuck in some emergency condition. So our app is capable to giving answer. At the same time, we are having a navigation feature, and we want to mention one thing here. Our navigation feature, we are testing from last 3 days. Sometime it's overpassed the Google Map. So we are more accurate than Google Map sometime, because we are using Navic, which is like an Indian constellation. We are using GPS, which is a global positioning system. At the same time, we are using the cell tower. I think we all heard about Where is My Train app, right? So Where is My Train app work offline also. Why? Because it is coordinating with the nearest cell tower, and it is approximating location. So when like someone, like some tourists, like lost in some jungle and all, so we might get like GPS lost in some time. So we, in that case, it will redirect to Navic. If like Navic also lost, so in that case, it will coordinate with the nearest cell tower. Okay, so we are having three things, but currently Google Map is only using that GPS. Okay, and I want to mention one thing here. Like GPS is having that's error of around 10 to 15 meter, and Navic is having error of like 3 to 5 meters. So we are using all three, and like the most accurate option is shown by our app. And on Google Map, judges can check. On Google Map, we don't have only, if you're having, like you don't have internet, you close all your internet and you can just pinpoint, it can only show your exact location. But our app is going to, navigate from location A to location B in offline mode. So it is that much capable. And we are using like almost all like sensor like gyroscopes, accelerometer, and even like if like someone is climbing on some mountain, it is giving you the elevation also. So we are using almost all the sensors we are having in phone. And the online feature we are having is like eco route option. So it is we have used a Duffel API. Okay, so we are calling and it is giving you the best optimum route in consideration with the carbon footprint. So we want to promote the sustainable travel, because like the tourism itself contribute 8% of the carbon emission worldwide. So we have to try to reduce that. We are having different feature, like the hotels, they can check nearest hotel, homestay, the smart itinerary builder we are having, and it is based on how the people, how the tourist is asking. So we are having that comprehensive feature. It is capable of giving weather feature, because like if someone is stuck somewhere, so it is capable of giving accurate weather. We are fetching data from AccuWeather. And our offline capability is powered by Microsoft 2.7 billion 4-bit quantized model. We have used GGUF, which is somewhere we have compressed the model, because it's hard to implement a model on 4 to 6 GB of RAM, because we don't have any kind of dedicated GPU in the phone. And we have designed our app in a manner that it will work in zero network scenarios. Other is the navigation feature. As I mentioned, we are using GPS, Navic, and the nearest cell tower. It supports continuous navigation without internet. Sustainable routing, compare transport modes such as train, bus, and flight. But we are mentioning all the time that we are, like putting up the routing option, which is having low carbon footprint. So our app is, computing, not like the model is not computing or not giving the carbon footprint number. Our app is computing. We have a rigorous, like we have put in the code itself. So it is calculating depending on upon the distance. Okay. Online capability, I think we all have used like also our online capability is powered by the Llama 3.370 billion, and like it is like similar to like GPT-4o, and itinerary planning we can do, and this is our system architecture. If judges are open, we can go with that, but like meanwhile we are having less time, so yeah. So my colleague will take over from here for the social impact.
We have listened to the technological part, and for an app to be scalable, it needs to have a positive impact on the society. So firstly, Orion AI is on a mission of inclusion. Firstly, we are prioritizing the safety of our users through our online access by providing vital information during emergency situations. Also, it prioritizes inclusivity for everyone, not just for the ones who use high-end devices or perfect 5G connectivity. The third one is there is a data which we have. Tourism contributes nearly 8% of global carbon emission, and using our eco routes which we have in the app, we can build carbon aware responsible travel decisions. And then the second one is the feasibility of this. India has over 700 million smartphone users. However, they are most of the industry leaders abandon the remote travelers. So the competition currently is a red ocean battle competing for the same urban 5G connected travelers. We have identified a vast blue ocean of untapped market. And then let's move on to competitive advantage. Okay. So let's move on to the conclusion. Traveling, Orion AI is reimagining traveling with reliable and accessibility AI. It enhances safe and seamless traveling with to the most disconnected regions, while also providing carbon-aware, responsible travel decisions. It is made this app is made accessible for all device segments, ensuring all travelers are inclusive, and we are ready to scale and ready to impact. Thank you, and we are open for your questions.
Did you compare the performance difference between offline and online processing?
Yes, sir, definitely. We are using offline model, and for that, obviously, we will have not that much feature and not that much accuracy we are having online. But we want to help tourists when they are having when they feel helpless.
Okay, when you train your model, okay, let's say first, what is the data set? What is the size of your data set?
Sir, for the offline.
Yeah.
Sir, for the offline, we are using RAG, and we have created like on our own. So it's around 15,000 lines of RAG we have created, and it's in the JSON format. And for the online, because we have used like 3.3 billion Llama model. So for that, sir, we have used 20,000 data points. We have trained, fine-tuned our model.
From where did you get those data?
Sir, that's data we have taken something from the internet, because like not much data is available on the internet for the tourists. So we have synthesized the data from the AI itself for the specific use cases.
That means you are not generating the data by yourself. You are using those that are available online.
No, sir. Like, because online, when we went to the Kaggle, right? We serve the Kaggle website. It's not data we need. It's not available in that format. So we, like ask like GPT and all. We ask our context, and it is giving answer accordingly. We tokenize everything.
Okay. That means those data you are using is specially curated for your model.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we want to focus on the tourism. So it is specifically for the tourists and the travelers.
Okay. Let's say I'm giving a prompt for this offline as well as online separately. So how much difference I will get in the result?
Yeah, sir. Like, we are getting difference. And like, we are honestly saying like 90% of the time our offline model currently, because we have like created this app in like 6 to 7 days, all things. So it's not that much accurate. But when we increase the size of RAG, we can, achieve more accuracy. Because, or like sir, our model is also trained in a manner. If like some medical assistant is asked by some tourist, if the model don't know, it will not answer directly. Because it's a safety reason, because it will give wrong answer, it is going to be much bad for the tourist or the traveler.
So the one you use in your app, is it a deployed trained model, or you are training in the mobile app itself,
Sir, because sir, we are using two model, one
Yes.
from Microsoft, because it's a 2.7 billion, and the online is 3.3. Okay, so the online one we fine tune, and the offline we are using RAG. We are taking the user query, we are tokenizing that, and we are matching, and then accordingly the major computation happen. We are using llama.cpp. It is used for the offline LLM. If you want to run like offline LLM model on the low-end device, we use the framework called llama.cpp. Yes, sir.
What is the size of your app?
Sir, currently, if you are going to install simply, it is not going to be long, but if you want to use, like in the offline mode, so it's around the 900 MBs. It's going to be for the resource for the offline
Approximately
model.
1 GB.
Yeah, you can say so.
Okay.
And like sir, we quantize, because initially the model is around 3 GB, so we quantize very much.
After quantization also 1 GB.
Yes, sir.
After compressing, okay.
Like sir, but I just want to give you an example here. Like when we are, we all play some sort of game, right? So for example, in that, sir, we are using downloading resource like 3 to 4 GB sometime. So for the safety reason, I think we can download sometime.
Okay. So regarding the model you use, are you fine-tuning the pre-existing models, or you are doing from scratch?
No, sir. Scratch we didn't do. For the timing also, it's not possible. We have used the model from Meta, Llama 3.3. We have fine-tuned on the 20,000 data points, and the data is synthesized.
Okay.
What happens if the user changes data offline and online simultaneously? How will you resolve conflicts?
Sorry, ma'am?
How will you resolve the conflict? Like, how do you handle synchronization when the data is online again?
Ma'am, yeah, so ma'am, in our app now there is a switching option. So if you switch from online to offline, it will create a new chat only. And we have checked, ma'am, if you have internet, if internet is your, if you're in your phone, its internet is on, so we are fetching some sort of web data also, and it is going to be more accurate when it is giving answer in offline mode. So we are having switching option.
Currently it is online.
And sir, I want to mention here, this is the native Android app. We are not.
The thing is, my question
we
is
are not
that
using.
How do you synchronize those two data? One which has come online, and another one which they have made offline.
Yes, ma'am.
We have made them both. No, we have made them both separate chats. Like if you are on offline, then it's a separate chat. It's using offline model only, and when you switch to online, it's a separate chat.
So that might create conflicts, right?
Yeah, it's because ma'am we tried, and initially it's having some sort of conflict. That's why we putting an interface between these things.
Okay, so which AI features or which AI functionality work offline?
Ma'am, if you are having some emergency situation, or if you are in something in somewhere you are in emergency, so it is able to cater. If you want some timings, or for example, if Shivam want to visit maybe a Kamakya temple, so our app is capable of giving those answer, like timings, tickets, everything. It is capable of giving answer if you don't have any kind of internet. I think my colleague have given you the example. If judges are open, we can give more example also. We can put more prompts also.
We have added some situations, scenarios as well, which tourists may face and which tourists actually faces like snake bites, heat stroke, and fever. So they can, our offline AI is it is capable of helping in those situations as well.
Okay. Have you done any testing in non-network scenarios?
Yes. We have. We can do it right now. Actually, we are using that offline only. We can show you offline. Yeah. It's totally offline.
And like sir, I can give you the example here. Only currently two app. One is the Lailen AI. I think it is the Australian app. Okay, they implemented 1 billion, 2 billion, and 1.5 billion because it's really tough to put on device. And there is another app, MCP. They have like 7 billion also, but they are specifically made for the high-end devices like 12 GB and 16 GB RAMs. So because like sir, like 40% of the Indian consumers.
That's why we try to make it as optimized as we can, so that lower end devices, as this one that we are showing is already a low end device. It's not a very high end device.
So do you have the web version?
No, not yet. We just made the app because offline AI can only be.
When did you start this project?
8 days, I guess. 8 days. 8 days.
So how much time does it take for training your model?
Yeah, we both were doing simultaneously, so it took 3-4 days.
So designing part and all, did you do it by yourself?
Yes. Yep.
Yes, what is a tech stack then? Yeah. Mm.
So like this open source like OSM Droid is like from the OpenStreetMap. So it is very recognized because it's a method and they are giving the facility to show the map on the app itself. So we are using open source.
Okay. So you are saying that offline and online modes are not synchronized, right? They are not synchronized. So if I work in offline mode, I have to work only in offline mode. Can I switch between them?
Yeah, you can switch anytime. There's a switch rate. You can switch anytime. And that's the chat which you had with offline model will be there. When you will switch back to offline model, it will be there. It won't be get erased up and until you.
Will be different.
Yeah, results will be definitely different.
Mm. Okay, that means if I start chatting with offline mode and after that I'm turning on the online mode, and if I continue chatting, it is going to generate completely different response because the online model does not know what you were chatting about before, no?
Yeah.
Mm. How? You said you didn't synchronize.
Yeah, if it will detect the connection, then it will give the answers in offline mode as well. Yeah, this is offline. Because internet connection was on.
We don't like want to be in the same context. We don't want to, create a different context, different scenario at the same time. So, and so like we are choosing like different APIs here because we want to create a one app solution for the tourist traveler.
I think the question is still not answered. How did you synchronize then? Because two models are involved, offline and online. How did you synchronize those two models? It's like talking to two different persons separately. They cannot continue.
Asking your father whether you should go to a dinner party is not allowing, but you ask your mother, she allows. So you need to synchronize the answer. So one is no, another one is yes.
Sir, 2 day back, our app is capable of, when you are shifting, the app is in the same context. But we have faced some rigorous issue. That's why we divided the segment actually. Initially, it is giving in the same context because like ma'am is saying, like father is saying about dinner. So initially 2 day back, our app is capable of doing that. If like somebody is asking some question in online, if they shifted to offline, it is in the same context. It will giving the same. It is fetching that old data and it is giving answer from that scenario only. But we have changed. And like sir, like 2 day back, sir, we are having the SOS feature also. But for some reason we are having SOS feature also. So like the coordinates, the exact coordinate of the person, if like somebody lost, so it is given to like the via text and all, if they are having cellular network, not online one. So
thank you.
Thank you so much.